Welcome back to the channel, Cruise Lovers. Today, we're going to talk about something the cruise lines really don't want you to know, and that's the 10 cruise hacks that can completely change your next vacation at sea. These aren't your usual pack an extra phone charger tips. No, these are the kinds of strategies that can save you hundreds, get you perks other passengers don't even know exist, and make your cruise experience smoother and more enjoyable in ways you might never have imagined. So, grab a coffee, kick back, and let's take our time going through these one by one. By the end of this video, you'll have insider knowledge that most passengers will never figure out in a lifetime of sailing. Now, let's start with one of my absolute favorites because it's such an easy win. Did you know you can often get free onboard credit without lifting a finger? I don't mean begging your travel agent or chasing down some rare promotion. I'm talking about the fact that many cruise lines have what's called price drop protection or fare adjustment credit. Here's how it works. After you book your cruise, but before your final payment is due, keep an eye on the fare for your exact sailing, your cabin type, and your dates. Prices on cruises are like prices on airline tickets. They can go up and down multiple times before you sail. If you see the price drop, all you have to do is call the cruise line or your travel agent and request the difference back. Sometimes they'll lower your fare outright. Other times they'll give you the difference as onboard credit. The thing is, cruise lines aren't going to email you and say, "Hey, you could pay less." You have to be the one tracking it. I know people who've scored hundreds of dollars this way. I personally once got $300 in onboard credit just because I happened to check the price 2 months before sailing. That's $300 I got to spend on drinks, specialty dining, or shore excursions without spending an extra dime. Speaking of drinks, let's talk about one of the best-kept secrets at sea, the free beverages you don't have to pay for. Now, I'm not talking about sneaking booze onto the ship. That's a whole different conversation. I mean the drinks that are legitimately included in your cruise fare, but that the cruise line never makes a big deal about. Most ships have self-serve drink stations where you can get iced tea, lemonade, fruit punch, and sometimes even flavored waters, and these are available all day for free. But here's the real insider move. There are certain events on board, like loyalty club parties, captain's welcome receptions, or even art auctions, where free drinks are quietly served. You won't see free drinks plastered across the daily schedule, but if you time your arrival right, you can walk away with a cappuccino, a fancy mocktail, or a bottled water without spending a dime. I've even seen bartenders at some of these events slip guests a glass of wine or champagne just for showing up early. If you know the right events to attend, you can enjoy premium drinks without adding anything to your bill. Now, while we're talking about ways to get more for your money, let's cover the magic of booking your next cruise while you're still on board. This is something I see so many people walk right past. Cruise lines love repeat customers, and they often have exclusive deals if you book another cruise before you disembark. This can mean reduced deposits, extra onboard credit, cabin upgrades, and sometimes lower fares than you'd find at home. The best part is, you don't even have to know the exact cruise you want. You can book what's called an open booking, lock in the perks, and decide later where and when you want to sail. It's basically like putting a cruise on layaway with bonus perks built in. I've done this several times, and when I finally decided on the cruise I wanted, I had extra onboard credit stacked on top of whatever deal I found later. The cruise lines won't shout this from the rooftops because they'd rather you book later at a higher price. But trust me, make that quick stop at the future cruise desk before you leave the ship. While we're on the topic of upgrades and perks, there's another little-known trick for scoring a free cabin upgrade without paying a penny more. It's not a guarantee, but it works far more often than you'd think. Cruise lines sometimes oversell lower-category cabins, like the cheapest inside rooms or the most basic balcony cabins, because they expect some cancellations. When the ship fills up, they have to move people to higher categories. To put yourself in the running, book the lowest category in the section you want. So if you want a balcony, don't book the mid-tier one. Book the cheapest balcony available. Then, sign up for the cruise line's upgrade bidding program if they have one, and be one of the first to check in on embarkation day. Dress neatly, smile, and be friendly with the check-in staff. I've had friends get upgraded on the spot simply because their assigned cabin wasn't ready, and they were standing right there at the perfect moment. Now let's talk about saving big in port. The shore excursions the cruise lines sell are convenient, but they're also a massive profit center for them. I've seen the same exact tour, same bus, same guide, same stops, cost double when booked through the cruise line compared to booking directly with the local operator. And in many ports, you don't even need to book an excursion to have a great day. Some ports have free beaches, markets, or historical sites just a short walk from the ship. Do a little research ahead of time and you might save yourself $100 or more per person, per port. Just make sure if you do book independently that the tour offers a back-to-ship guarantee or schedules plenty of time to get you back before sail away. The peace of mind is worth it. When it comes to food, specialty dining gets all the attention, but here's a secret. You can often enjoy main dining room meals that feel like specialty experiences for free. Many cruisers don't realize you can make special requests in the main dining room. Want that lobster tail they serve on formal night, but it's not formal night? Ask politely, and they may just make it happen. Want to try 3 different appetizers or desserts? They'll bring them, no problem. And here's one of my favorite embarkation day secrets. The main dining room is often open for lunch, serving a menu that most passengers never see. It's calm, quiet, and worlds away from the chaos of the buffet. It's the perfect way to start your cruise on a relaxing note. Internet is another area where cruise lines love to overcharge. Ship Wi-Fi can be painfully expensive, but here's the thing. You almost never need to pay the full price. Check your online cruise planner before you sail, because they often run pre-cruise sales with discounts of 20 to 30% off. And most Wi-Fi packages allow you to log out of one device before logging in on another, which means you can share a package between 2 or more people in your cabin. That alone can cut your cost in half. Now, here's one that's perfectly legal but rarely mentioned. You can bring your own wine on board on embarkation day. Most cruise lines allow 1 or 2 bottles per cabin, and there's no corkage fee if you drink it in your room. That's a huge savings if you enjoy wine, and it means you can enjoy your favorite bottle at sea without paying $9 or more per glass. I recommend packing a couple of plastic wine tumblers with lids so you can pour yourself a glass in your cabin and enjoy it on your balcony or out on deck. For the truly dedicated cruiser, there's something called a back-to-back cruise, where you book 2 cruises that sail consecutively from the same port. This can actually work out cheaper per day than one long cruise, and it comes with perks. On turnaround day, you get the ship almost to yourself while other passengers are boarding, and in many cases, you get double the loyalty points. Cruise lines don't heavily promote this because they make more on a single long sailing, but savvy cruisers love it. And finally, let's talk about the ultimate hack: sailing for practically free. This isn't clickbait, it's absolutely possible. Cruise lines have casino loyalty programs, travel agent training programs, and group leader perks that can earn you free cabins. If you can organize a group of 8 or more cabins, most lines will give you 1 passenger fare for free. Some casino programs will comp you a cruise after just a few hours of low-stakes play. And some cruise line travel agent training courses come with a complimentary cruise just for completing the program. Most people never hear about these because the cruise lines want to keep them under the radar, but once you know, it opens a whole new world of possibilities. So there you have it, 10 powerful cruise hacks that the cruise lines would really rather you didn't know. Use them wisely, share them with your fellow cruisers, and watch how much smoother and more affordable your next vacation at sea becomes. And trust me, once you try even a couple of these, you'll never go back to cruising the regular way again.